Hey there guys, this is Amit and today we will be covering the War vs. Persian Unknown. I'm going to go over some successes and some failures of things that I saw throughout the war. I saw a lot of people in chat saying that they want to improve, get a little bit better. Some people aren't quite sure what they're doing wrong. So we're going to go over some basic stuff today, some advanced stuff, and just show some attacks. And as they go, I'll point out what went wrong and where the attack probably failed. So we're going to start off with Kit here hitting number 8. So Kit tries to enter in here on the right hand side with 2 golems, trying to get both ADs, the Queen and the CC, which he ends up getting, but we'll see where things went wrong. So he just drops that jump spell. Both golems head in, heroes back up. Good funnel with the wizards, really nice. Golems head in. King takes out that first AD. Now this is the first thing I want to point out. So they lured the CC and it's starting to come out. If you drop a poison spell between where the CC is and where it's pathing to, if balloons travel over the entire poison spell, they will die before even getting to where they're going. So had Kit done that here, then all he would have had to worry about is the dragon. It didn't end up mattering too much in this scenario, but it's good to know for future attacks. So he gets the AD, gets the other AD. At this point, he should have sent his Lava Hounds in because he accomplished everything he need. But he's just kind of waiting. Stuff's just kind of dying. You can see all these Teslas, this Wizard Tower, the Expos. They're all locked on stuff. And his kill squad's just dying and nothing else is really happening. So he finally sends one Lava Hound in. This was his second mistake. His Lava Hound came in from about 1 o'clock, which was really good pathing. It picked up a couple of bombs, some traps. That was good. But because of the position of the AD over there on the left-hand side, once that Lava Hound blows up, those archer towers, that wizard tower, it's going to leave his balloons vulnerable and they're going to die. So boom, it pops, everything retargets. Sends the second Lava Hound in. Both air defenses are firing at one Lava Hound, so it goes down really quickly. And you can see those balloons I was talking about, they're just getting shot at and they don't really have any cover. Sends the third in. And again, same thing. Lava, if you have both, what am I trying to say? If you have unprotected defenses that aren't firing at your Lava Hound, your balloons are going to go down. They need to stay protected. And there you go. That's pretty much it. So if you have, he did really good with the kill squad, getting 2 ADs, the Queen, the CC. That's pretty much everything that you can hope to accomplish with trying to go for a balloon in the air. But one of the last things you have to look for is the placement of the air defenses. When the Lava Hound is tanking the air defenses, if they aren't going to be attracting the fire of everything else nearby, you're just going to fail. The hounds need to soak up those wizard towers, those archer towers, not just the air defenses. So he probably tries to get a little bit more percent here. And no, that's the end of the attack. So that's the big takeaway, is good kill squad, really good entry, but air defenses need to be able to hounds need to be able to soak up more than just air defenses. Alright, our next attack we're going to be looking at is the second attack on that exact same base, where Biscuit hits it. Does a little bit better, but tries something completely different. So you saw in that last attack, tried to do a Laloon type thing. Biscuit abandons that plan and he says we're going with a ground attack. So already you kind of have a conflict because the first attack helped you with the Teslas and the CC, but it doesn't necessarily for sure pin down where the bombs are. So changing up attacks, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I don't really recommend it. Try to be consistent on the same base through so you can see the same pathing. So Biscuit comes at this with a Go-Ho, lures the CC with a Hog, drags it out to over there. Now again, like I said with the poison, if everything, they're all locked on that archer tower. So if you drop a poison, like right where that dragon is right now, they're not going to change their pathing and flee the poison spell until that archer dies. So they keep going, because how far they get, they got a little bit of separation. Boom, boom, double poison, it flees, archers bring it back in. And this raid started at exactly 3 minutes, I believe. So you can see how long this is taking. Ultimately, it didn't matter, but time is a problem. And so a CC kill took about 40 seconds. Now he starts with the main part of his raid. Sends in 2 golems and the wall breakers. So this is the first problem that he had. I know he didn't want to break into that compartment. He wanted to hit the T-junction, which is what the wall breakers should have hit. But ultimately, it was bad either way. This compartment with the 2 archer towers and the mortar in it is worthless. All you're getting is 3 defenses that are really irrelevant. You need to be able to get, if you're doing a go-ho, you need to be able to get the queen, the CC, and you need to get at least 2 bombs triggered with your kill squad. Either 2 singles or a double giant bomb if that's what's in the base. And because he broke into that compartment, it ends up just being not so great. Now I know he wanted to hit the T-junction and maybe jump into the core, but it just didn't work out. So he sends all this stuff in. Getting shot at. He does the jump there to recover. Heroes go in, golem. He starts doing his hog attack here on the bottom. He got the queen. It's tanking. Now again, this is the same thing with Kit's attack. Heroes are tanking, kill squad's tanking. Where are the golems? Come on. So we got 1 bomb there from his king. And sends all the hogs in. And boom, they hit a double. Now it's kind of awkwardly placed double. He didn't lose all of his hogs like a normal double would have, but it did enough damage that pretty much meant the end of his attack. So again, he was kind of sort of doomed from the onset of the first attack being an air attack, not finding the bombs. That was a really odd double bomb to try to predict. And it's not that effective, but it ended up being effective enough. So the first attack was an air attack, so it made whoever hogged it, Biscuit, on the second attack, much harder for him, because they didn't know where the bombs were, but they knew where the Teslas were. And again, if you come in with a kill squad, you have to get at least 2 bombs. If you're not getting 2 bombs, the queen and at least the enemy queen, you need to pick a different entry. So if he had known where the bombs are, he would have probably come in from the left-hand side here, where that wizard is right now, instead of on the right-hand side, because that's where the double was. But yeah, big takeaway from that. I'm not a big fan of poison killing, dragging it out. It takes a long time. And you gotta get more with your kill squad. Gotta get those bombs. Alright, next we're taking a look at Ender hitting their number 7. So this was kind of some of the same problems that Biscuit had. He gets a lot of value from his kill squad, but kind of the wrong value. So he sends in 2, it's a go-ho again. Sends in 2 golems, they run to those defenses, they tank. Good funnel, heroes go in, so that was solid. Wall breaks in, getting the CC out. Again, you drop that poison, while they path, kills them. So instead of having to, I know the poison reduce damage while they're there, but you can eliminate troops. Lots of skeletons, so that was good. So I know he's waiting for the queen here, but again, your kill squad's tanking. Just defenses are distracted, and nothing's really going on. So the Expo's locked on something, you know, kill it. Takes out the queen, finally sends his hogs in. But how many bombs did he get with his kill squad? None. So that leaves all of his bombs to deal, all of his hogs to deal with the bombs. He's got 3 heal spells, and he could if they were all singles, but there's not. There's a double bomb right there, and all of his hogs hit it, and they're gone. So again, with your kill squad guys, you have to get at least 2 bombs, singles, preferably a double. So, because you can heal through singles, but not through doubles. So he got good value with the kill squad. He got the CC, the queen, a couple of defenses. He just didn't get any bombs, so it was a bad entry. All right, next attack, we're looking at... Oh, I messed up. I meant to show Rico's on number 8 as well. Sorry for being out of order, guys. So, hitting the same base again. Rico takes a shot at it. Let's see, what's he doing here? He's doing, so he lines up with the first attack. So he didn't want to go Biscuit's route with the Go-Ho. He wanted to go back to what Kit was trying. And, because there's a lot of good things that happened in the first attack, but I think because of base design, it's just ultimately doomed to fail. Well, let's see how he does. So he starts out here with a similar entry to Kit's with the 2 golems. Let's see. Wall breaks in. Didn't quite get all the way in on that wall break. But looks like the king will beat through the wall. Those level 9 walls. 3 wall breakers, guys. So he goes in. They lock onto that queen. He uses a hog down there to pull the CC. Not sure why he did that. His kill squad would have pulled it eventually. Raged up there. Not quite sure what the rage was for. CC comes out. Poison comes out. And he's hoping his queen is going to shoot this AD over the wall. So, Expos are locked on. And the hound's coming on the left. The queen did not get that AD. So he's got a lot of hounds over here. But again, you can see that those defenses that aren't locked on the hound are destroying the balloons. So this hound just says bye and goes to that other ID, which I know that he had planned on getting, but it left all those balloons high and dry. Even if that AD wasn't there and the hound had stayed, I'm still not sure it totally would have worked out because there were a lot of defenses and they can only... The hound doesn't move so fast anymore once all the ADs are gone. So you can take away from that attack what you will. Next, we're looking at Rico doing a double hit here. We're looking at his attack on number 10. So this attack was successful in 3 stars, so we can see some things that started to go right. So he lured the CC. Again, guys, I'm not a fan of this, but, you know, at least he did it right there, so it was pretty quick. He didn't have to drag it halfway across the map, so that's good. Double poison. I call this the poison dance. So that one was a little bit more efficient. That took him about 30 seconds to kill. Still kind of a long time. Not a fan of it, but hey, you know, he got the 3-star and it worked, so who am I? So he drops 2 golems to tank. I think he could have cleared a little bit more trash first, but it worked out. He dropped that jump spell. Everything heads in. He wants to get that queen and a bomb triggered. So this is kind of what I'm talking about. When you know that your objectives are going to get accomplished, start sending your stuff in. Expos are distracted. Mortars are distracted. Stuff's hitting your heroes and your kill squad. Send in the hogs. It's less damage that they have to take. So he didn't trigger it, but there's a bomb set right over there that he negated the pathing to, so it was essentially the same thing. He got a little bit lucky here with that double bomb. Some good pathing. And because he got rid of one double set with his kill squad, he only had to deal with one other spot. So it makes it a lot easier. So he sends in that. Lots of skeletons. King. Really good heal placement. We'll just speed through this. Ends up taking everything out. And because he eliminated the pathing, that double bomb set where the kill squad came in just gets ignored. So the real good things, he accomplished what he needed to with his kill squad. He got the CC, which I guess he took beforehand. He got rid of the queen, and he took rid of a double bomb set. And the other one he took care of with a heal through some clever pathing. So that's what made the difference between, you know, a 1-star, 2-star, and getting that 3-star 100%. So good job to Rico on that one. And we're going to look at another 3-star here by TB, who did some excellent stuff as well. So he just, boom, sends in the golems, starts to whiz to create a funnel. Wall breaks in. Everything redirects. Opens up another wall spot, which is kind of interesting. And Valks, heroes, good jump spell, everything. The Valks head straight to that queen and utterly destroy her. And they took care of a double bomb right by that wizard tower. Now you can see here, he's got the 2 golems up, his queen, his king, and they're all mostly in the core. And send in the hogs. You can already see, I was actually a little late on the pause. A lot of these defenses are already down. You have 2 Expos, 2 Teslas, a wizard tower, an archer tower. You have like half a dozen defenses who are focused on the kill squad who will not be attacking the hogs. So they're absorbing all that damage. And he doesn't even have to heal because all the defenses are focused on something else. He does a heal there where he knows a bomb spot is. Or likely guess, I'm not sure. I think this is the first hit, I'm not sure. He could have probably waited a little bit longer on that heal spell. His hogs weren't really low, but he got the 3 stars, so he knows better than I do. Drops that poison there to slow down the king DPS, really good. And you can see this just finishes it up. Obviously it was a little closer than he would have liked. I think that last heal spell had been a little bit better. It would have been a little bit cleaner, but he exemplified the properties of what the kill squad needs to get. The only note that I would add into here is if you know that there's a hound in the CC, keep your queen, keep your wizards, keep them away for it. Just let the hound run around. It'll follow the Valks, it'll follow the hogs, and it just won't do anything. Yeah, so good job, man. And to be fair to everyone, because I showed some fails, I'll go ahead and show my fail, see what could have done better. Pick on everyone equally, I suppose. So this was especially bad for me because I'm a Town Hall 10 and I was dropping down to hit a 9. So I really should have 3-starred this, but I felt bad. You can see this compartment right here is one huge channel. So once you get something into that channel, it's going to path through the whole way. There's a likely double bomb right behind this archer tower, wizard tower, and then on the same thing on the other side over here. And again, this is a big channel over here too. So when something gets in there, it's going to pass through that whole way. So what I saw was the queen's on this side and the king's on this side. Both of them will, because they're right next to the wall, both of them will jump and go outside those compartments. So I don't need to break into that huge core area in order to get the heroes. Because it looks like, you quad quake on that town hall and you're like, ooh, it opens everything up, cool. But you don't necessarily need to do that to get to the heroes. As long as something is in that channel, then the heroes will jump and then they'll kill it. So my plan was to queen walk clockwise this way, because she could shoot the air defenses, she could shoot all these point defenses, she wasn't fighting the sweeper. Queen walk clockwise, and then I was going to break in over here to this channel, and the Valks were just going to all the way down. Queen was going to jump the wall, they'd kill her. The queen walk would neutralize one bomb set, the Valks would just walk over and trigger another bomb set, and then I was going to send hounds straight from about 2 o'clock here into the core, where all the walls and everything were still up. Didn't quite work out, and we'll see what happens here. So I used a minion to funnel. Minions are really awesome, cheap. If there's no air defense, archer tower, or anything in range, just use a minion. Don't waste a wizard. So my queen walk went there. Got a little nervous there. She went up to the left, but then came back. Went to the gold storage. And usually this would be decision point, whether she goes left or whether she goes right. So I was like staring. She goes to the right. So I thought I had it. I was good. She goes to the gold mine, and I was like, sweet, she's going to go right. So I send in my hound to lure the CC. Oh, just kidding. She goes back to the left to that storage. I guess that army camp was too big. So as you can see, there goes that poison so that everything paths straight over. And then the second poison for the dragon just sit in once he gets to the queen. Now my queen is level 30 and it does enough DPS where she mows through the dragon and then hits the balloons. But as you can see, they would have died by the time they got to her. So that's how that poison pathing works. So at this point, I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, how do I recover? How do I recover? So I know that her pathing will eliminate a bomb set. So I'm like, okay. So I drop the rage. I freak out. I panic because I thought she was going to die. Hit the ability. That ends up costing me the raid, was that panic right there. So on the other side, I'm like, all right, I'll just flip everything. So I send in the golem. I send in a bunch of wizards to clear the trash. This ended up taking a little bit longer. Wall breaker failed. Wall breaker failed again, but at least damaged the wall. So once all of this trash is done, boom, send in the Valks. And they target that damaged section of the wall, and I'm like, okay, this will work out. Queen over's on the left, still just doing her thing. But the problem is she didn't get close enough to make the queen come and jump out. So I send in all the hogs. Heal them, rage them. That rage was kind of silly, but you have an extra spell at Town Hall 10, and I didn't quite know what to do with it. If I'd used it on my queen, I would have been successful, but I didn't think about that. So the Valks just travel through that channel, just like I said. And I totally forgot about my king the entire time. I didn't remember at all. I never had a plan for him because he was pretty much unneeded if everything had gone to plan. And I finally remembered him at 30 seconds left. He goes in. I was just trying to salvage and get a 2-star at this point. I didn't realize that my Valks would be so effective. Take out the queen, charge on in to the wall, rip through those walls. Valks are scary. And they come, they get the town hall, wizards at the bottom still working. And everything busts through that wall. And we end up with a very sad 99%. So it was good recovery on my part, but bad planning. So really should have been a 3-star, but mistakes happen, and hopefully we can learn from each other's mistakes. I think that was all the attacks I wanted to show. 2 big takeaways from this are kill squad for Goho needs to get at least 2 bombs, CC, queen. If you're going to do some sort of loon type thing, taking out air defenses with your kill squad is cool. Queen, good stuff. But those air defenses also need to be positioned properly in order to tank defenses that aren't air defenses. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Might do this again, might not. See on the feedback. Thanks, guys. Please tell me.